Hey everybody, it's Saucy Surge. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full breakdown of everything included in the newest Arc Raiders patch. This update brings some of the biggest changes we've seen so far. I'm going to walk you through all of it in detail so you know exactly what to expect when you jump right in. To start things off, the community finally completed the global resource donation objective, which officially unlocked the new zone, Stella Montis. This area has been talked about for quite a while, but now we can finally actually access it. Here's what you need to know. Stellamontis is a remote research facility installation built high in the snow-covered mountain ranges. According to the in-game lore, it served as one of these final strongholds dedicated to human preservation during the early Ark invasions. The layout includes tight indoor labs, exposed ridgelines, and hidden tunnels, giving players a mix of close-quarter combat and long-range engagements. In other words, this map is going to reward players who know how to use verticality, cover, and flanking routes effectively. Alongside this new map, the update also introduces a new battle-style progression system, and the developers have made the first pass completely free for everyone. This system includes multiple tiers of unlocks, new character cosmetics, weapon skins, gear-style gadgets, and utility items. Throughout the video, I'll break down the most valuable rewards, how progression works, and the best ways to earn XP without wasting your time. We're also getting a brand new Arc enemy type known as the Shredder. This thing operates differently from the usual drones scouts used to. The Shredder is designed to close distance quickly and apply constant pressure on the Raider, forcing you into position whether you're ready to commit to the fight or reposition immediately. I'll be covering its behavior patterns, weaknesses, and the most efficient way to deal damage depending on your loadout. Finally, for those looking to maximize your progression this season, I'll be showing you a reliable XP farming method that takes advantage of the new patch changes. Whether you're leveling your pass, grinding for materials, or just want to progress efficiently, this route will save you a lot of time. So with that all being said, thank you for watching and supporting the channel. It genuinely does mean a lot. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss any of the upcoming Arc Raiders content, guides, breakdowns, and tips I've got coming soon. Now, let's get straight into the video. We're starting off this video the same way Embark kicked off the update, with an official Discord announcement from Osa, the community manager for Arc Raiders. Here's the breakdown of what she shared. Osa announced the tunnels have finally opened into Stellamontis, and that achievement belongs entirely to the community. Every salvage run you completed, every piece of material hauled back to the Speranza, and every risk you took contributed to unlocking this new zone. She thanked the entire player base for pushing the update forward. She also highlighted an important detail. Because Stellamontis contains unknown threats, environmental hazards, and untested Arc behavior, the first wave entering the breach will be made up of more experienced raiders, players who already understand how to react under pressure, adapt on the fly, and survive when plans fall apart. The first wave will be responsible for triggering traps, clearing initial threats, and essentially carving a path safe for everyone else. For newer players, there is a progression system. Before you can access the tunnels and travel to Stellamontis, you need to complete 24 runs in the existing topside zones. This requirement is meant to build familiar with core mechanics, enemy behavior, and map flow before stepping into a higher risk environment as Stellamonta brings. So if you're new to Arc Raiders or recently joined the hype, don't worry, you'll get there. 24 runs can be completed honestly fairly quickly, and they generally help you understand the pacing, loot routes, and the combat mechanics of the game. Meanwhile, us veteran players will be the ones pushing into Stellamontis, testing out new gadgets, uncovering the map secrets, and clearing out early challenges for the rest of the community. Expect to see guides, breakdowns, and a ton of new content once we start digging into everything this zone Stellamontis has to offer. Now, you might be wondering why Embark wants you to have some experience under your belt before stepping into Stellamontis, and the reason becomes obvious the moment you understand what's waiting for you on the inside. The zone is absolutely stacked with Arc threats. Practically every enemy type in the game can spawn here, and on top of that, Stellamontis introduces the brand new Arc variant known as the Shredder. The Shredder is a smaller, hovering Arc unit, but don't let the size fool you guys. This thing is extremely dangerous. It moves quick, closes the gaps fast, and it's heavily armored for its little size. You can unload a bunch of bullets on it, and you feel like it's barely doing any damage. Its biggest threat, though, comes from close range. If the Shredder gets too close to your position, it triggers a massive shrapnel-style blast that hits for an absolute ton of damage, enough to instantly drop you if you're not fully meted or severely injure your Raider if you're not prepared. Meanwhile, distance and keeping it in your line of sight is absolutely key. What's interesting is once you deal enough damage to it, the Shredder will actually try to retreat. That means you have to chase it down and finish the job. Otherwise, it'll reposition, recover, and come back to you with a new angle. But this creates a risk on its own because if you're panicking or trying to get too close to it fast, it will trigger another deadly explosion. So bottom line, the Shredder is tough, evasive, and extremely punishing if you misplay your distance as your Raider. And that's why exactly Stellamontis experienced players are there. The threats inside the zone require awareness, fast reactions, and knowledge of how Arc units behave. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we also need to talk about the brand new live event Battle Pass system. The Arc Raiders have officially rolled out. If you remember my previous update video, I talked about the merit system, the feature where every resource you donated contributed towards unlocking Stellamontis. Well, for players who participated in that global effort, you should now have 900 merits waiting for you as a reward for pushing the update forward. This brings us to the new event, Breaking Ground. This function as a Raiders' first ever live battle pass. It's essentially a progression tracked pack with cosmetic gear, pieces, utility items, and you can just earn by playing the game throughout the event. Inside the track, you can find a variety of cosmetic items, everything from character skin variants to outfit accessories, like a new bag cosmetic shown in the preview. It also includes gameplay-related items such as the grappling hook, shotguns, and other pieces that will help diverse your loadout options. It's pretty solid for being the first one, and the fact that it's free makes it even better. When it comes to progression, the only way to level this event Battle Pass is by earning XP. That means completing matches, defeating arc enemies, taking out enemy raiders, and most importantly, successfully extracting. Every action that rewards XP contributes directly to advancing your Battle Pass. So if you got the merits saved up and you're actively grinding the new patch, you're going to progress through this event naturally just by playing the game, which is honestly a simple system and it's sick. But it ties perfectly into the current gameplay loop. Now let's move on to the XP side of things, because like I mentioned earlier, XP is the core requirement for the progression through the new event Battle Pass. And when it comes to earning large amounts quickly, Stellamontis has one of the best farming routes in the entire game. If you travel to the Seed Vault, and yes, that's exactly what the name suggests, you'll find a massive underground vault filled with containers of rows of seeds. Research container units, environment caches. This location is hand down one of the most valuable places for XP farming right now. Inside the Seed Vault, you'll find multiple searchable containers, tons of breachable locks, high density caches, and a bunch of loot. Every single one of these interactions gives XP, and when you stack them all together, the total gains become huge. If you take your time cleaning the vault, searching everything, and keeping your run alive all the way until the final seconds of extraction, you can walk out with a bonus XP modifier and one of the biggest XP payouts currently in Arc Raiders. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. The Seed Vault is a red zone. That means it's a high risk, high reward area. Other players know it's a hot spot for XP, so you're going to run into players specifically hunting this location for PvP or loot. On top of that, Stellamontis as a whole is crawling with Arc units, so you're fighting both human enemies and aggressive robots. If you're planning to run the Seed Vault, make sure you bring plenty of ammo, multiple medkits, and honestly a plan to retreat or reposition. Because if you're not careful, you're going to be the next body that someone else is looting on their way to the exit. With all that covered, that wraps up the majority of the major updates included in this patch. In my previous video, I talked about the new Arc enemy, the Matriarch. This unit makes the Queen look like a tame by comparison. The Matriarch drops a gas canister that drains your stamina, almost like a mortar system. She comes equipped with an overshield. I'll be releasing a full guide soon, breaking down the easiest and safest way to defeat her, so keep an eye out for that. This update has been a huge for the Arc Raiders community. We received a brand new map, multiple new Arc enemies, new weapons, and even new landmines, which I'll be covering in an upcoming video. There's a lot to talk about and honestly a lot of content I'm excited to break down for you guys. On top of that, Embark also introduced duo matchmaking, which is something many players have been asking for. Now, if you're in a queue as a duo, you're much more likely to encounter other duos instead of full trios, making the experience far more balanced for players that don't always have a 3-stack. All in all, I think Arc Raiders is moving in, honestly, a fantastic direction. The developers are clearly listening to the community's feedback and putting in the work to improve the game with each update. I'm excited to see what kind of content the community creates now that Stellamontis is here and the new features are live. As always, I appreciate every single one of you watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. It truly means the world to me. And as always, take care and God bless.